Hey guys, what's up? Teachable Tuesday coming at you tonight. It is the 18th of July. Kiersey Snyder, Daniel Kump. How are you guys? If you are catching the replay on our playlist, please put replay in the comments below. And then the Google document reference tonight will also be in the description below this video. So be sure to check that out. Bookmark it, reference it, whatever you need to do. We're going to go over a few things tonight that are going to be super, super awesome. So congrats on being here if you're catching the replay. All right, let's let everyone in and then we'll get started.
Boom. Here we go. Sup.
Hey guys, when you can hear and see us loud and clear, please put a 2 in the chat.
2.
What's up?
Hey, Kiersey, welcome back. Good to have you.
Thanks. Long time no talk, guys.
Yeah. Anyone notice how much darker she is now?
Yeah, trying. You shouldn't see my stomach though, because that is whitey tighty. Okay, we're just letting a few people in and then we'll get rocking and rolling. We're going to have a Google document for you guys tonight that you'll get access to. So when we drop that link, just know that you can save it, bookmark it, whatever else. And then the recording, as always, is going to be available on teachabletuesdayreplays.com within about an hour after we end tonight. So be sure to go to teachabletuesdayreplays.com if you want access to the replay and all previous replays as well. Okay. Now, listen, we are coming into a wave of momentum. 100% a wave of momentum. And I want to have you guys be bold from the very, very start and ask you a very specific question. Now, let me preface this question by saying, please be real. Don't shoot yourself low, but also don't say, $1 billion. I'm like, yeah, you and everyone else. What is something that's real, that's true for you? Okay. Have that be what you answer with, still pushing yourself out of comfort. I don't want you saying, oh, I want to make $100. If you've made that, that's not a goal. That's called Groundhog Day. You're repeating the same, getting the same, right? The question I have for you guys, when you shoot a little bit higher, that stretches you a little bit more, that's maybe should be uncomfortable. That's when you're innovative. That's when you are growing. That's when your income can grow as well. Okay. So being bold, question to all 100 and something of you guys. How much do you want to make from now, the 18th of July, until December 31st, 2023? Put it in the chat below. And even those on the replay, I dare you to be bold and put how much you want to make. Okay. So a little less than, let's see, 6 months. Okay. You want to make 2,000 a month. You want to make 20 grand. You want to make 50,000. You want to make 20,000, 15,000 a month. Okay, cool. Now I want you to strip it down just a teeny bit for me. How much have you made up to this point? Whether you started yesterday, you started a month ago, you started last year, whatever it is. Okay. So a few zeros coming in. Okay. You guys want to make 200, 500, 1,000, 80. Okay. So here's what I want you guys to think about and what I want you to consider as we go through things tonight. If you have a goal, let's just do a good even number of 5,000 a month. So say 2,500 this month, since it's halfway through the month. August, you get 5,000, September, etc. Till December, you make 5,000. Okay. A month. If you've not yet hit 1,000 or 2,500 or $200, whatever it is, I want you to think to yourself, are you willing to do what it takes to get there? Because we, as you've heard me say before, you guys are probably used to me saying this. And if you're not, here's your baptism by fire. You cannot have talking without the actual walking, right? We make a lot of noise. We say, oh, I want to make $1,000 a day. Oh, I want to make $1,000 a week. But is that $4,000, that $5,000, that $7,000 a month? Is it important to you enough to actually have a daily method of operation that matches that financial goal? Because if you're not producing the content, if you're not being consistent in the way that a person making 5,000 a month would be doing, then you are all talk. Now, I'm not saying that to make you be like, oh, but I don't have the time and it's hard and blah, blah. You're right. It is hard. It is hard. And you're right. You don't have the time. Ouch. I want you to think for yourself for those of you guys who were bold a moment ago, picking a round number, 5,000 a month from now until December. Say 2,500 this month. How would the extra 2,500 this month help you out? You've got to really connect with that goal, because the things that we have coming to you over the next couple of weeks, over the next, say, 6 to 8 weeks, is going to set the temperature for everything else that you do this year. And it will only help you get to that goal rather than being a person who talks, but then you don't actually have the result you want. Okay. Maybe some of you guys have heard this before, so I'll kind of ask the room. I know a few of you are going to be like, yep, that's it. That's it right there. What is the fusion of belief with behavior? Do you guys know? Put the word if you know. And make sure you guys are on mute just so we don't have any background noise, okay? What is the word that is the definition of belief with behavior? When you fuse together your belief of making $5,000 a month from now until December 31st, 2023, your belief of making $20,000 over this about 6 months of time. What is that definition, you guys? Some of you guys know it. We haven't talked about it for a second. It starts with a P. Aha, Sim, good job. Praxis. 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 Praxis is the fusion of belief with behavior. So you guys believe, drop me a comment again. How much do you want to make from now till the 31st this year? The 31st of December? How much do you guys want to make? Drop me a comment really fast. Okay, 45,000 from now till end of December, 5,000 a month, 25,000, 35,000, 10,000 a month, etc. I love those goals. Oh my gosh, I could just eat those goals up. That's freaking awesome. And if you believe so much that you will make, Damon, $50,000 from now, the 18th of July until the 31st of December this year, you have to believe it so much, you guys, that your behavior shifts towards that goal. So let me kind of pull the room. Again, we'll take the good even number. Cheryl, you just commented it, or a telepathic here, 5,000 a month. So because it's halfway through the month, let's say you make 2,500 by July 31st this month. What are you willing to do over the next little less than 2 weeks? What are you willing to do in your DMO? What's DMO, you guys? Drop me a comment. I know I'm asking for a lot of questions here, and I'm kind of pulling the room because I want the engagement. I want you guys to really, really be like, okay, I'm listening. That's the answer. This is what it is, etc. Okay. Daily method of operation. What is it you're actually willing to do to get to 2,500 by the end of this month? What are you willing to do? Drop me a comment. Let me know. And if you're not sure, good. That's what we're going to be discussing. Okay. That's what we're going to be discussing tonight and next week and probably a little bit again later on because of everything that we've got going on. If you're willing to do what it takes to get there to 5,000 a month for August, September, October, November, December, $5,000 for December, that's a huge deal come the holidays, come traveling, come seeing family. Instead of putting on credit cards to buy everyone gifts and whatever else you got going on, depending how you celebrate, what if you could just make it because of TFT? Because you sell the savings membership with SHG through our team, through the training and the help that we give you. You've got to answer for yourself. Am I willing? Am I actually truly willing to do what it takes? Okay. So some of you guys consistently posting a short form video, practicing the DM formula. Okay, cool. Put in the work, which is required. Okay, cool, Camila. So you got to break that down. And not just Camila. Yes, put in the work that's required. Of course. What is the work that's required to get to the goal that you guys have? Again, just the example of 5,000 a month. Would a person making $5,000 a month on this team ever not be here on Teachable Tuesday? Yeah, it might be 3 a.m. your time. And yeah, you're catching the replay. Good on you. That's awesome. Is it scheduled? Did it get done? Did you time block that out? Is it a priority? Or are you treating it like a hobby where it's like, oh, I really want to make 5,000. One day it'll happen for me. No, one day does not come, you guys. You know that cliche quote. It does not come. That someday mentality, it never arrives. So what are you willing to do today to put in the work now. What is the actual daily method of operation that not only are you willing to do, but here's the kicker. Oh no, here's a big bad word, the discipline to follow through. Because some of you guys are willing. You're like, yes, I'm willing. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Hurry, let's go. You're so thrilled. And you could have the most precise content, and you could be on every single training, and you could be at every single replay without fail, non-debate. But if you don't actually have the discipline to follow through, and you'd rather cheerlead, as I would call it, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I've got this. Yeah, I'll go have that, whatever. That's awesome. But is awesome is actually getting you income results. Okay. You got to think about that. 2 things tonight. Are you willing to do what it takes? Are you willing to do what it takes despite family and friends thinking that you're stupid, thinking that it's a scam, thinking I don't have the time, I don't have what it takes, I'm awkward on video, people are judging me. Oh my gosh, I said the wrong thing. Oh my gosh, I feel like a dummy. Oh my goodness, I can't figure out how to hook my domain. Oh my goodness, it all failed. You can go down that rabbit hole and you'll be right. You'll be right every single time. It's a little bit harder to put into play praxis where your belief system changes on purpose, and then you're intentionally putting your behavior towards that belief system. Does that make sense? So with all of that being said, I'll ask again, how much do you want to make from now to the 31st that you actually know, don't answer yet, that you actually know with a resounding yes. Yes, I'm willing to do what it takes. Yes, I will choose the discipline to follow through. How much do you want to make? Because I would be willing to bet, and this isn't bad, okay? This is not bad. This is actually good. This is what I mean by real. Push yourself. Don't say $1 billion, but push yourself to be innovative, to be inspired, to push yourself to that goal. Instead of Groundhog Day, repeating the same, oh, I've made $100. I just want to make $100. Cool. Then you'll never be innovative. And in the end, it'll fizzle because there's no inspiration that comes from doing the same thing, right? If you're willing to do what it takes to get there, if you have and you choose, that's the kicker. It's a choice. You choose the discipline to follow through, and you will get 3,000 by December. Duante, you will get 50,000 by December. Aubrey, you'll make 8,500 by December. And the rest of you guys commenting right now, great job being bold. Think through it though. Are you willing to do what it takes to get there? And do you have the discipline to follow through? Now for some,
Steve, let me pop in here for a sec.
Yeah, go ahead.
So let me toss a dose of reality out here. And this is real life, guys. A lot of you guys have some really, really big, lofty goals, and especially by the end of the year. And a lot of you that commented, a big number, 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, 50,000, whatever that number was. If you're at 0 right now, to go from 0 to, making 5 figures a month in 5.5 months, that's a tall freaking order. It's like a really tall freaking order. I'm just being real. And I say that from experience, from being in this industry for the last 7 years. And what you need to hone in on is the feeling of 5 figures a month.
Yeah.
Feeling. Because if you, kind of go at it pretty hard, and let's say, you're aiming for $10,000 to $15,000 a month and you don't hit it, you're going to feel depleted. You're going to feel disappointed. You're going to feel like, oh, man, this just ain't working. And guess what? You're going to be right. Congrats. Yep. Awesome. Way to go. But you need to take that feeling and hold that real tight. And we've done this exercise so many times here on Teachable or on Focus Friday or Mindset Monday or whatever, where we talk about, like, you imagine you open that email and it's like, there's my paycheck for $3,500 a week, 5 figures a month. How does that feel? It feels freaking amazing. And many of you guys, hundreds of you guys have commented, oh my gosh, it feels amazing. I love it. I love it. That's the feeling you need to take with you. And you need to apply that into a daily discipline, a daily routine, and take that feeling and give it your all, because that's going to be the end result.
Yes.
And we're not saying Like, don't have goals, don't put things on a calendar, don't aim for things. You definitely want to aim for things. But reality, I've had a goal of $45,000 a month. That's always been, ever since I've started, that's been my big number goal, $45,000 a month. I had that goal 7 years ago. I had that goal 6 years ago. I had that goal 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I have that goal today. Why? Because I'm not there yet. However, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I did well. I did not do well. I did well. I didn't do well. I did well. I didn't do well. I had a lot of great highs, and I had a lot of, I had some lows that will just make you shrivel up and want to die. Okay. Real life talk here. So, but in the last year and a half to 2 years of being here, now, full disclosure, real life, real numbers, I'm earning over $20,000 a month. The same business that you're in right now. There's people in this room that are making over $20,000 a month. There's 3 people here in this room right now that are making those numbers. That's real talk. That's real life. So am I at 45K? No. Am I still working towards that? Hell yeah, I ain't giving up. But I take that feeling, and along the way, I just never give up, and I keep moving forward and keep driving with that feeling of hitting my goal. And as I get going, and I'm sure Kirsty can share the same thing, Bill can share the same thing, as you focus on that discipline, those daily disciplines, those daily focuses and habits and routines, all the noise will fade away. All the frustrations. I mean, you still get frustrated, still get annoyed. You can still have bad days. I still have bad days. All that stuff can fade, and the noise kind of dissipates and floats away, and your target becomes much easier to hit. So take the feeling of that big number goal that you have, and don't lose that. If you don't hit it, don't give up, don't stop. Just keep going and just work at those daily disciplines every single day. That's the number one most important thing here on our team and in this business. The only way that you're going to fail is if you quit.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only way you're going to fail. You're not going to fail by like screwing up a short form video. You're not going to fail by, oh no, my YouTube account got shut down. Great. Start another one. Oh no, my TikTok account got shut down. Great. Start another one. Who freaking cares? I've had, no word of a lie, over 20 TikTok accounts. Did that stop me from getting to my income level that I'm at right now? Abso-freaking-lutely not. Because we know the process, we know the routine, we know the disciplines, and we know the action that we need to take every single day. Don't lose sight of the energy and the focus and the drive every day, because all the other stuff out there is just noise. The comments, the TikToks getting shut down, whatever, it's all just noise. You know the disciplines, and you just got to go do it.
Exactly. Well, and that exactly, precisely, you guys, ties into praxis, fusion of belief with behavior. When you believe something so much, you feel it. That is the secret. It is. It's feeling where you want to be, feeling your way through it, believing it so much, embodying it so much that your behavior then goes towards that goal rather than you being all talk. You know what I'm saying? So something like 20,000, okay, that's 5,000 a month. Some example has been 5,000 a week. Our example was 5,000 a month, but 5,000 a month, that's $60,000 a year. Think of it from the opposite perspective. Could you go to your boss right now and ask for a $60,000 annual raise without more hours clocked, without more job responsibility? Could you go do that? And they're just like, yeah, Becky, sounds good. Yeah, James, no problem. Here you go. All right, David, here you have it. No, it would be added with a lot more stress and time away from the things and people that you love. So the very fact that you're here, even if all you do is make $100 a week from now till the end of December, if you can't get that at your JOB, you're in the right place. And even if you can get at your job, it will come with more added stress, hours, time away from things and people that you love. This business can make it so that you don't forfeit that time, so that you can have your time work for you rather than you working for it forever. Okay. Now, let's just talk 3 things I want you to really, really think about tonight, aside from the willingness and the discipline, like I've said a billion times already, but hopefully you're getting it now, especially with the insight that Daniel just gave. The willingness to do what it takes. Exactly right. When you're willing and you have that goal and you're just like, this is where I'm headed. This is where I'm going. This is how I will get there. The discipline follows through naturally because the willingness is there. Everything else is noise. So the hate, the heat, the comments, the skepticism, the whatever. Oh, well, you're lying because, oh, well, you're a scam because yeah. They're right. And that's exactly why they're going to stay where they are. When you know better, when you're willing to do what it takes to do something beyond what you've done, that's when you'll meet with success. Okay. So think about that question again. As I've already said, I know I'm repeating myself, but we need to have that constant spaced repetition. That's when it ingrains in your head. Okay. Constant spaced repetition. Now, listen, 3 things I want you to think about. I hope you guys print this on your heart tonight, like for real. I want you to embody it. You know the phrase, out of sight, out of mind? Just put the word yes if you know that phrase, if you've heard that phrase before. I know all of you guys have. I'm looking for the engagement to make sure you're here, that you're listening on purpose. Now, what's the opposite of out of sight, out of mind? Insight, in mind, right? Yesterday, I hired a trainer, woman on weights, and I've never lifted weights before. I've worked out, sure, but it's never been intentional for like actually building muscle. And the same kind of concepts that my trainer is teaching me is what we teach all the time when it comes to business. Consistency, compounding, habitual behavior, something you do so often, it becomes natural for you, right? And since meeting with her yesterday, I meet with her again tomorrow. I meet with her again Friday. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday for an hour. I've eaten healthier already, although I've been healthy up to this point. And I can see myself wanting to be more active simply based on one 1-hour session with her. It's the same thing for what this phrase is. Out of sight, out of mind. If I didn't go get scheduled, if I didn't hire a trainer, if I didn't have that accountability on purpose, it would be easier to be out of sight, out of mind. We say all the time, proximity wins. Proximity, you being you being close or near something allows you to become like that thing. So if you're around negative talk, if you're around negative people, if you're around heavy mindsets that don't uplift you, what are you going to become? Just like that thing you're around. When you're in proximity for what works, not just our TFT training, not just something like Teachable Tuesday, but you being able to be in proximity for something that works. It's proven to work. It's not theory, it's fact. You're going to become like that thing. Insight in mind, just like health, just like me hiring a trainer. I work out, I eat healthier because I'm prepping for that workout. And when I'm done with my workout, I then want to eat healthy still. I want to increase water. I want to go on a walk. I want to be in the sunshine. I want to do the things that, why am I paying a trainer for it if I'm going to like fudge the rest of the time, right? Think of it in the same way with your SHG membership. For those of you who made 0 up to this point, you sometime this month have another membership fee coming out. Does that scare you? Are you pissed about it? Or are you willing to do what it takes to get there to never pay that freaking membership again? Because just like an accountability partner for training, for health goals, gaining muscle, losing weight, whatever it is, you take it more seriously when you pay. And there are multiple hundreds of people on our team who paid it one time because they got to work, they got out of their head, they decided, yes, I'm willing to do what it takes. Yes, I will choose the discipline to follow through. And so they did, and they paid it one time. Do you want to be the same? Yes or no? Drop me a comment. And as kind of a side note, is your content saying that? Or is your content when you're creating videos being like, oh no, I'm new, so no one's taking me seriously? You're right. They're not going to take you seriously. Ouch. Do you want to be right or do you want to have results? You get to choose. Okay. Now, another phrase. Okay. So the first one is insight in mind, proximity wins. Okay. The next phrase by Zig Ziglar, he said, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. The reason we have things like Mindset Monday, Teachable Tuesday, Focus Friday is because we want to go far together. We want to be where all of you guys want to be together. So $5,000 a month, $5,000 a week, $5,000 freaking dollars a day, whatever that looks like for you, we want it for you. You want it for you. That type of belief, that type of passion, that excitement, that energy for why you started this business, make and save money, sure. But what does that mean? Who the freak cares you're going to make and save money? You've got to decide why that matters for you. Let that passion come out in your content. Let it come out. If you don't show up like you're passionate about what you do, no one's going to be like, yep, I want to partner with that guy. They'd be like, yeah. Scroll. Who's that? Right? The biggest one of, not the biggest, but probably top 5. One of the top 5 things that you can do in your videos is, yes, follow the formula. 100%. But you could be following the formula and be a total spammy Kathy. You could follow the formula and be a total boring person. I'm not saying you have to go be all of a sudden super extroverted when you're an introvert. I'm an introvert. You wouldn't believe it though. Why? Because when I get on video like this, I am so passionate about what I do and who I help and what it means for you to see yourself increase, that I'm passionate. One of the top 5 things that will help in your sales is you being so passionate about what you do. The volume, how your tone is, how you present, even me using my hands, all of that comes across naturally because I am so passionate about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. It's the energy. Exactly. People are drawn to energetic people, not energetic people because they're extroverted or introverted, but the energy, the vibe that you get when you look at your own video. Would you sign up with you, or is it boring to watch? Is it you're excited about whatever it is you're saying? You're following the formula. I could give you script upon script upon script for what to say, but if you're like, how would an extra $25 a day help you out? That's another, no, boring. Even if it's $25 a day, even if it's $50 a day, you guys, an extra $1,500 a month, you can't ask that from your boss without extra work, without extra stress, without extra hours pulled, right? So even something like, how would an extra $50 a day help you out? That's exciting for people if you're energetic. If you're passionate about what it means to make another $1,500 a month. Okay. So think about it. If the phrase from Zig Ziglar is true, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. The reason we have disciplines like this, calls like this, is because we want you so badly to get out of your own way and to say, I will go far. And Zig Ziglar is also one who said, you might think you have a long way to go, but as soon as you get to the thing you thought was hard to do, you look further and see you can continue going even farther. It's crazy. You get to where you want to be. The Daniel, for example, say 8 years ago, wouldn't have thought I could ever make $20,000 a month. And now he does it and more every single month. He stepped on a faith ladder to get there. Not faith meaning like, oh yeah, I believe it. No, I'm saying faith based on understanding, based on the capability, the knowledge, the belief, the willingness that you can actually have what you want. You'll astound yourself if you just get out of your own way and realize that the reason proximity wins is because going together towards something has a lot more momentum, a lot more velocity, and a lot more longevity without fizzling income, roller coaster income. Oh, I make $50 one day and then like nothing for the next month. I don't want that for you. I don't want you to make $5,000 over the next month. I call you up on August 18th. I'm like, hey, Roy, you just made $5,000. Woohoo, that's freaking awesome. But if the next month after that, you're like, I made $50, what the freak? It's not because you changed. It's because what, guys? Is it because you changed? Or is it something else? Think about it for a sec. Put it in the comments. Okay. Fizzling income. When your income fizzles in a business like this, it's commission only, right? You'll have days where you make $20. You'll have days where you make 200 and more or less, right? You guys have been there. You'll have days where you just flatline. You're like, what the heck happened here? Was it because your belief wasn't there? What was it? Because I can almost guarantee you on the days where it's like roller coaster, you're frustrated, you're mad, you're whatever, you're just not in what Camilla said, the right energy, you're attracting like-minded things. Okay. So if you're at a big fat zero right now, if you don't have enough sales up to this point, if you've not made any money yet this week, whatever it is, are you actually aligned with the energy of what you guys said at the beginning? 5,000 a month, 50,000 by December, whatever it is. Are you actually aligned with that? Or would you rather just confirm and say, oh yeah, I want to make that amount? Want to and actually doing it are totally different things. Willingness, discipline to fall through. Okay. Feeling it from the end result. How would it be to make an extra 2,500 by July 31st this month? Let's say you're brand new. Let's say you're Damon who started yesterday and you make $2,500 by the 31st this month. Are you freaking kidding? You would be shouting it from the rooftops. All of a sudden, your video content would skyrocket with energy. Why? Because you have the physical result now? Because it's easier? Because you have proof in the pudding? Did you know that's the thing holding you back? Oh, I have to wait for the actual result in order to be passionate. Oh, I can't sell it because I've not done it. You're right. No one's going to take you seriously because you've not done it. Ha ha, you suck. Do you want to be right? Or would you rather have results? Because if you guys can be passionate, if you can have that ingrained in your head, like Zig Ziglar said, you want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, go together. You're in proximity, your insight in mind, like Jerry said, you're out of proximity on the days where you're like, blah, 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 blah. Results are not. When your energy is low and you don't have the resources or the time or the excitement to produce videos, guaranteed you're not in proximity. I can guarantee it. Now listen, last phrase, I want you to print them on your head, okay? Or on your heart, more specifically. Atomic Habits by James Clear. Some of you guys commented that, so great job being telepathic. He quotes in his book a few times, but I'll just kind of paraphrase. Your success at anything is a direct result of your daily habits. How does something become habitual? Drop me a comment, let me know. How does something become habitual? How does it create into a habit? Discipline. Okay, cool. Dissect it a little bit. Yep, Sim repeated the behavior. People change for two reasons. Emotional impact, something like 9/11, that's an emotional impact. Typically, the emotional impact for why someone changes is negative. So you can either wait around for something really crappy to happen in order for you to flip-flop and do a 180 and never do or always do that one thing again, or you can choose the second reason people change, and it's constant spaced repetition. Repeating the same thing over and over again becomes habitual. A habit is natural. You don't think about it. You put on your pair of pants the same way every single morning, left foot, then right foot, or right foot, then left foot. And if you try to do it opposite, you'd be like, what the, and it would feel funny, right? You drive to work the exact same way. When you first got that job, you might have said, Siri, directions to blah, 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 because you didn't know where it was. And once you got the job, you drove there, you drove there, you drove there. Now you put on your seatbelt and you just drive. You know where the stoplight is, but you don't even pay attention. It's just so natural for you, right? What if there was a way to create habitual behavior around your TFT business? If every single morning you woke up, Becky, Michael, Laurie, James, David, Lori, if every single morning you woke up and you had 3 titanium sales, how would you feel? Drop me a comment, let me know. Not just the 6 of you I just mentioned, all of you guys. If every single morning you woke up, you check your email, you see new user notification, Billy Bob, Helga, and Henry, titanium, titanium, titanium. How would that make you feel? What if everything that we teach you on Mindset Monday, Teachable Tuesday, and Focus Friday are literally the daily disciplines and the mindset pieces and the hacks to have the willingness to get 3 titanium cells as you sleep, and you're sleeping on it? and you're here kinda, but not 100%. Are you shorting yourself out by thinking, oh, but I have to wait until this? You're right. $300 a day, you guys. You only need 333 to make 10,000 a month. That's 2,500 a week. So let alone the goal of 2,500 by the end of July. What if you did that by Saturday? You know what I'm saying? You would be a totally different person. So why are you not that person now? Why aren't you showing up like that person now? Oh, I have to wait for the result in order to be that excited or passionate or to create the time for videos. Guys, get out of your own way. Holy Hannah, get out of your own way. You're the problem. You're the solution. It's you, babe. That's it. Okay. Now, last thing. Well, kind of. Kind of last thing. We did a blitz in May. Okay. For those of you guys who are around, you saw that happen. You participated. You went full throttle. You kind of willy-nilly, whatever you did. Just think about it for a sec. If you were here in May, I want you to picture yourself in this position. Say you were here in May, say you did the blitz. Let's say this was your result. In May, so just a couple months ago, if you found the time to create 55 long-form YouTube videos, if in the month of May, you had over 300 sales, 88% of them being titanium, and if in May, you posted a minimum of 8 short-form videos a day on 3 platforms, okay, so mostly Instagram, TikTok, Facebook Reels, okay, and if in May, during that blitz, let's say you went live on TikTok 1 to 3 times a day, and at the end of May, you figured out you could retire your spouse based on your willingness and your discipline to do what it takes. If that was you in May, so again, a recap, over 300 sales, 88% of them being titanium, 55 long form videos on YouTube, posted about twice a day, all throughout May, 8 different short form videos posted daily on 3 platforms, live on TikTok, average of 2 times a day. And at the end of May, you looked at what you did and how you performed and everything that you put together, and you figured out you could retire your spouse, your significant other, your partner, your girlfriend, whoever. How would you feel? Just think about it for a sec. I have a reason in asking. And don't just say something like, I'm excited. Cool. Did the excitement actually push you to do something different tonight after this video? What does it actually mean for you if that was your result after a 31-day stretch or 30-day stretch? Okay. Or, you know, if it was April, less than that. Okay. Albert, you would cry.
Can I put you on the spot for a sec?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
From the month of May, and real quick, I mean, just massive. And we talked about this before coming out of May, just like you were the definition of what it means to blitz. Because personally, for me, I saw you push yourself harder, further, better than I've ever seen you like move and shake and, anything before. Like you were the definition of pushing yourself to the limit that month. Like you killed it. Now, putting you on the spot, including the additional bonuses that you made that got paid out on June 15th from the work you did in May, roughly, how much money did you make from May, including your bonuses?
I haven't added the bonuses, but I do know the other number. Hold on. Let me do the math.
And the reason why I'm asking this, guys, is this is what can happen if you push yourself, just like Kirsty did. And there's no reason that you can't go get the same numbers. Absolutely zero reason. The only thing holding you back is the bullshit excuse you're going to tell yourself as to why you can't achieve it. That's it. Other than that, there's no other reason why you can't go do it too.
Yep.
So what's the number?
I'm a little uncomfortable, I'll be honest.
Say it out
I
loud.
did not do the math. Do I really have to say it? It's funny. Okay. It's not funny. It's actually $61,742.
That's just, sorry. That's fucking awesome. Come on. Like, that's just like, guys.
See, I'm like blushing. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so weird. I didn't do the math on it though until now.
Like, to say it out loud, to hear it out loud. Like, guys, this is why we do what we do.
Yeah.
That right there is what's possible. That right there. That is what is possible when you push yourself, when you take the excuses and say, F the excuses, F the BS that you're going to tell yourself is, I'm not skilled, I'm not good enough, I don't like being on camera. Like, just stop.
Right.
Stop. Because what's on the other side of that fear? What's on the other side of that, like, anxiety and overwhelm and everything? Like, success is not found in your little bubble. It's found out here. That $61,000, that was out here. She had to go get it. She had to like stretch the crap out of her comfort zone way wide and go get it. But guess what? She got it, and you can too. This is what's possible for you whenever you're ready to go get it. Realize that right now.
Right.
This is what's possible for you whenever you're ready. And no one, not me, not Kirsty, not Bill, not the funnel team, not Savings Highway, not your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, dad, mom, whoever, no one's stopping you except you. End of story.
Yeah, mic drop. Thanks for coming. No, but really, guys,
All right,
I hadn't done the math on it. I actually told like two people, I think two people, couple gals. You guys know who you are. And I did like 53,000 something, but including bonuses because of the blitz from the 1st of May to the end of May. What was it? Let me look it up again. $61,742 in May. Now, here's the thing, you guys, and this is what I really want.
You realize a lot of people make that in a year. You did it in a month. Just throwing it out there.
Here's the thing. We, not even 3 years ago, you guys, were in $120,000 of unsecured debt. My husband was making, like, on a good month, $2,700 after clocking in and out for 160 hours for someone in something else. Okay. So to be where I am now, it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with the reason why I started and was I willing to do what it takes to get there. When I had the information for the blitz in May, I was like, oh yeah, we'll do more YouTube, and, you know, I'll recreate my playlist that I have there. And, you know, I didn't have a ton of detail, but I knew I wanted to do YouTube, and I knew I was going to triple down consistently on how much short form video I did. And then I went live, almost like a brand new addiction. It became an obsession with going live on TikTok. And I made the time for it every single day, even when there were multiple times that I was like, oh, I have to go live again. This is so stupid. Like, I wasn't in the mood. But just like Atomic Habits by James Clear, he specifically gives an example of, if you time yourself, I think it's for 5 minutes. Someone will have to correct me. I know some of you guys are reading it right now. Time yourself for 5 minutes. All of a sudden you're in the mood. It's a mind game. You gave yourself 5 minutes every single day to produce just one more short form video. You'd be whipping them out like crazy. You would hone in a strategy even better. And you'd stop saying things like, well, I'm awkward. Well, I don't know how to do this or that. Well, I'm weird on camera. You're right. You should have seen my content from even a year and a half ago. You'd be like, what the freak was she doing? Exactly. Because I had to compound my habit. I got better and better and better in that skill set because I kept doing it. And because I was in proximity for things and people who had what I wanted. Instead of being around people who brought me down, instead of forfeiting time, consuming things that were less than what I personally wanted to see for myself. So in relation to the health goals, like I just gave an example of a moment ago, me doing my health now, more focused than anything, than I've ever done before for my health goals. Finances obviously is still there. That's awesome. And my health has always been something I've wanted to do, but I've been talking, and I haven't actually done it. But the same concepts that you learn when you go to the gym, when you attain health goals, when you compound how to work out and how to eat healthier and all these things, when it's in your sight and it's in your mind, you do it and you do it more consistently because it's a constant spaced repetition. Okay. So in May, me blitzing the crap out of May, we as a team gained 24% growth, not because of me. These are just numbers for all of you guys. Those of you who are here in May, you partook in all of this. Congrats. 24% growth over a 4-week time span. And we're going to do it again in August. You guys okay with that? Are you guys good with that? You good to do some type of blitz, detailed out daily method of operation to go faster, harder, stronger than maybe you've ever done before, whether you started yesterday, this morning, or last year, or 3 months ago? Are you willing to do what it takes to blitz the crap out of August? And are you disciplined to follow through so that when December 31st comes, if I were to call you up and say, you've made this amount, like Albert said a moment ago, it would bring you to tears. Are you willing to do what it takes to blitz, not crawl, not kind of like dilly dally and wander and kind of sort of show up like a hobby, but are you willing to blitz through August? Yes or no? Drop me a comment.
Now, Kirsty, one question.
Yeah.
You pushed yourself harder and further than I've seen you go. Was it worth it?
Oh yeah, dude, I was so exhausted, but yes, it was worth it.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
It was definitely worth it. And here's the thing. When I started, I was just going to do one short form video a day, or not short form, long form video a day on YouTube. But I batch recorded because hello, I'm a mom of 3 kids. They're young. They're crazy. I batch recorded and I found myself posting on YouTube and I was like, oh, I'll just do 2 a day. Oh my gosh. In the moment I decided to do that, wasn't a big deal because I just batch recorded. But a week later, I was like, holy freak, I have to record 14 videos a week. Crap, what'd I get myself into? But I still did it, even on the weekend.
The best part is you made the commitment to yourself.
Yeah.
And you stuck with it. You didn't give up. You didn't stop. You didn't slow down. You stuck with it.
And my husband is home now, but he's home now, retired as of the 1st of July because of everything that I've been willing and able to do. Not able like, oh, I have more ability or less ability. No, because I consistently put why I started this business into my daily routine. Just like Daniel said at the beginning, feeling it is the secret. You have to feel where you want to be and why that matters. It's not enough to just be like, oh, I want to make $500. Oh, I want to make 5,000. You and everyone else. You could ask anyone at the grocery store right now, here's $5,000. Everyone and their dog, no matter how much they make each year, each month, would gladly accept that $5,000 check. Why for you doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So there were a couple times I had to actually, I would throw my phone on the floor here in my office, not distract myself. And I would record, batch create content during my kids' nap time. Because at the time, my husband was working roughly 9 to 10 hour days all through May. And I have, I've got 3 kids under age 6. For me, I said, I will do 2 videos a day. And even on the times I didn't want to, where I honestly would fight myself. I'd be like, ugh, I have to go live again. I don't even want to open up that platform. I wasn't in the mood, but I told myself I would. So I did. There were 2 specific times on the weekend. It was like a Friday or Saturday that I would tell my husband, I'm like, I'm not in the mood to do this. Like, send me some good vibes because I do not want to do this right now. I'd rather be whatever other thing I could come up with. And I did it anyway. And just like Atomic Habits talks about by James Clear, you start doing it, all of a sudden you're in the mood to do it. All of a sudden it becomes something that, as cliche as it sounds, your future self thanks you for. instead of you remaining as you are. Okay. So here's something I want you guys to write down. Okay. If we can have 24% growth in May and come August, so here less than 2 weeks, we're going to blitz through August as well. The definition of blitz means intense or sudden attack. Intense. Okay. So think about that for a sec. I'm going to define it a little bit better for you. Are you going to suddenly create a massive wave of results by intensely blitzing through August? Yes or no? Drop me a comment. Drop me a comment. Let me know. Because it's not just all of a sudden. We're going to sit and prep you just like we're doing tonight, just like we're doing next week, just like we do every Mindset Monday, Focus Friday, Teachable Tuesday, replays included. You're welcome. All that kind of stuff. We give all of that for you for proximity purposes, for proof in the pudding, for what works when you work it. You want a $62,000 month, not a year? What if that's you? What if in a year from now, that's you? Because guys, I've been doing this since December 2021. It's barely been a year and a half. That's it. It's not based on luck. It's based on design. And just like you guys have maybe heard me say before, if it's truly based on design, just like you would have certain instructions for building a house, for following a recipe, to bake the bread, to, get instructions to go to a destination from Siri, whatever it is, you have specific instruction. You have that specific layout, or what we would call formula, because it works. But are you working it? Yes or no? Or are you forfeiting certain pieces because you're willing to do what it takes up until this part? I can't go live. Ooh, I just won't. Hee hee. What if that's the thing holding you back? What if that's the thing determining if you make $60,000 a month someday? You know what I'm saying? Okay. So here's a formula. Here's a formula I want you to write down. Ingredients. So recipe, we'll call it. Okay. 3 things. You have to mix the reason why you started this business, not a cliche why of like, oh, I want to fire my boss. You and everyone else. Why does it matter? I want to fire my boss. Why? Answer the question, then ask yourself why, then ask yourself why, then ask yourself why. Keep drilling it down till you really get to the nitty gritty of why it matters to fire your boss. Who cares? Why do you care? You have to confirm and align with that. Okay. So that's the first ingredient, your why. Number 2, decision. Have you decided that you're going to have the discipline to follow through? Have you actually made a decision? Like Tony Robbins talks about all the time. Are you willing to burn the boats to take the island, or do you have the boats there in case you want to leave the island? Okay. If you actually want the island, so to speak, and if you don't know this story, you should look it up. Just Google it. If you actually want to take the island, why would you keep the boat? You're not going to sail away. If you arrived at the island on that boat, there'd be no reason to keep the boat if you've made a decision in taking the island. Okay. So that's number 2. First one, your why. Number 2, decision. And last one, discipline. The discipline to follow through happens because of your belief system, which stems from the reason why you started this business. It's not enough to just want to make money and save money. Cool. You and everyone else. Why? Why do you want to do it? And if you don't choose the discipline to follow through, what does that mean for you in a month and a year from now? You're still making $60,000 a year. You're still clocking in and out for someone and something else. Are you okay with that? The answer is yes. See ya. If the answer is no, even if it's a hesitant no, but I'm scared, good. Be scared. Follow through anyway. 3 years ago when I had $120,000 unsecured debt and medical bills, guys, I was in a tiny apartment, not even like 1,000 square feet. Hello. I had the desire. I wanted to decide to do it. I didn't know how, but I knew I was made for more. It was scary. It was terrifying. And now to be where I am, that wouldn't have happened had I not known why I wanted to change, had I not decided, not until it gets harder, until it gets easier. Oh, I'll kind of decide. No, decided, period, point blank, non-debatable. And then I chose the discipline to follow through. I will be willing to do what it takes to get there. Despite all odds, despite whatever life throws at me, life doesn't care. Life's going to toss you whatever it tosses you, and it's your decision to react and respond to it in a way that matters for your future self or in Groundhog Day mentality. Okay. When you mix those three ingredients together, your why, your decision, your discipline, you will get, this equals, you guys, let's do some math. Your why plus decision plus discipline equals accelerated leverage. Leverage is residual income. Leverage is having your money work for you rather than you working for it. Leverage is when, as I said earlier, you wake up to minimum 3 titanium sales every single day. 50% commission. Holy crap. That's you the next month making $150 residual plus another 3 titanium sales. How about you blitz through the crap out of August, and come September, you have $450 days. That's what that looks like. But are you willing to do what it takes to get there? You know,
here's
what I'm
the
saying?
concept.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the reason why you guys, so in the beginning, we asked you guys, like, what are your goals? Where do you want to be income wise, whether it be, standard monthly commissions or by the end of December? And you came up with a number for yourself. Hopefully you have that number written down. Now, whatever that number is, the reason why you thought of it and the reason why you were able to come up with a number. So again, for me, 45 grand a month. For some of you guys, it was 5 grand a month, 10 grand a month, 50 grand a month. The reason, little psychology for you, the reason why you came up with that number is because you're capable of achieving it.
Yes.
That's why you came up with that number. So just know, if you were not capable of achieving it, you wouldn't have come up with it. So just know, by coming up with that number, writing it down, it's possible.
Yep.
Like that's the truth. That's real, guys. So if your number was $10,000 a month, $15,000 a month, $25,000 a month, you are capable of doing that because your brain created it for you for a freaking reason.
Amen.
So now rule out the excuses and just go freaking do it.
Right.
That's it.
That's it.
And
like
I said,
as that sounds, it's the truth.
Yep. And like I said, Wolf of Wall Street quote here, Jordan Belfort. The only excuse is the only reason. Oh, I already lost it. Jeez. Yeah. The only thing getting in your way is the bullshit excuse you keep telling yourself as to why you can't achieve it. That's it. It's just you in your head. That's it.
It's you and
this
you.
business is 100% mindset and attitude. That's it, guys. That's it. It's all on you. Now, we also have some other things coming for you in the month of August, besides the blitz, besides being there, running with you, all of that. We're going to have some new things in the team training site and in the app. Working on a brand new funnel, brand new video, brand new email follow-ups. So that is all coming, and it's going to be our goal to have it all ready for August 1st. So again, that's the goal. Hopefully but a lot of things are out of our hands right now. So like the video's off at the editor, and I'm kind of at the mercy of when they get it back to me. I have to watch it, re-edit it, send it back, watch it, re-edit it, send it back, watch it, re-edit it, send it back. Like Kirsty's gone through this process with me a couple times, and it's like draining, so that's what we're doing this week. But I'm also in the process this week of building out a new capture page, a new sales page, new email follow-ups, all of that stuff. So not only to time it with, the blitz and getting out there and hustling and grinding, we're also going to have some new funnels for you guys to get out there and go promote. So, and in my opinion, they're going to be perfectly timed with what's going on out there in the world of social media with, side hustles and side gigs and being upsold and, having to buy courses and ebooks and coaching programs and all that stuff. It's going to tie into that very, very well.
And on top of that, the reason we go to bat for you guys in creating funnels and capture pages, email sequencing, continued education, all the deep dive training you have, everything alteration that you've seen in your TFT training over the last month happens because we're constantly innovating. We're constantly moving upward. And when we constantly move upward, our income moves upward as well. And they go hand in hand. So the more that you can be innovative and inspired towards reaching your goals, the more you're going to actually have that be your ROI, your return on investment, because you're not fizzling your income, you're increasing it by being inspired towards that goal, not just financial, but who you become in the process. Okay. Now, the funnels and everything that we build for you don't matter unless you're following the formula. So be sure that you guys are actually inside of your funnel team training that you got from your sponsor, that you're walking through the Fast Start Guide, part 1, part 2, that you dive into the Facebook training, the TikTok training, all of that when you're ready for a deep dive. Because it doesn't matter that we have awesome funnels that convert like hotcakes if no one reaches your funnel because you're not consistent in marketing, or your content is not passionate, it's not following a formula, no one's ever going to hit your funnel. Make sense? Now, as always, and I'll just share my screen here. I just dropped this link, but I will drop it again so you guys have it. This is what we went over tonight, just kind of as a recap. Okay. Right here, these are your ingredients. Please take them seriously. Okay. Your homework, TFT training, there's a time blocking video for your preparation in an August Blitz. It's not just taking the time, it's being consistent in taking the time. It's not increasing your time that matters necessarily, like 8 short form videos up here compared to, 3 or something. It's about the consistency in spending the time. Okay. Just like health goals, I get better attained health by going to the gym or hiring a trainer or eating healthy every day than I would 3 hours one day, nothing the next, right? Cold turkey, insight in mind, out of sight, out of mind. Which one is it, right? And it's the same thing here. So if you haven't watched your TFT training where it's the time blocking video, please do that. Mindset video, which I was going to play tonight. It's about 3 minutes long. That's your immediate homework right after this. The Law of the Harvest by Tiffany Peterson is absolutely incredible. It might bring you to tears depending where you are in your business and why you decided to start. Be sure to watch that. It's a hyperlink. You'll just click on it and then go to it. It's like 3 minutes long. And then as always, this one here, you guys, I want to see your collaboration on Teachable Tuesday. This is a pinned announcement inside of our TFT Facebook group. Just drop a comment tonight. You can go there by going here. Okay, hyperlink, click the little Facebook thing. Drop a comment when you're able to. And just comment what you learned tonight. Lead from the front, allow others to do the same by boosting that into the algorithm again, as we always do each week. Okay. This replay will be available here within the next hour at teachabletuesdayreplays.com. Thank you guys for popping on tonight, and we'll see you in the Facebook group here shortly. Bye, guys.
Later.